Legends, we are back another week, another hype watch. Okay, so this might be the most packed hype watch I've ever had to cover. I'm gonna be real with you guys off the bat. There's a lot of games this week because of Tokyo Game Show. I got bombarded with stuff, so we're just gonna go right into it. This was sad right here, Sayori. Like, just look up who that is when you get a chance to. You're gonna be sad too. Anyway, we'll go right into it. Um, First up, we have a very cool game that's going to be coming out. You guys can see right here. It is Gal Guardians. I'm actually interested. I'm very much interested in any game that is Castlevania like. It's considered Metroidvania, but I call them like Castlevania like. It's gonna be lit. Literally, it could be the hype of the week. Actually, right here, you see how this is. Like, obviously, it's very retro in its look, but these games are amazing. Usually, when it's a Metroidvania, it's usually always amazing. Like, even like when people make indie, I believe this is kind of like indie, somewhat indie. It's definitely not AAA. I don't think it's AA either. So looking forward to this one. Out of all this type of stuff that I'm going to talk about today, I'm 100% getting this. So just definitely something lit to start off with. Next one, something also unique. Dune Crawl. This is mad. Just when you see this right now, you're gonna be like, bro, this is amazing looking. Like, look at all this. Like it's just a fun based like I don't know how you would really explain this. It kind of feels like Zelda, but Wild West. Like, watch homie he about to do it. Look at that, like, bro. I want to jump over. That is hilarious. It just looks mad fun. It's gonna be one of those games that you definitely are probably gonna want to keep an eye on. Next up, I don't know if you guys remember, but a very long time ago, I actually put this on my channel. Fantasian is probably one of the best RPGs I've played. Made by the same person who made Final Fantasy, by the way. Um, One of the co-founders, basically, of Final Fantasy. Like, this game is amazing, and it's coming to Steam. We're finally gonna get to play it on something that's not iOS. I believe it's coming out in like 2 or 3 weeks from now. And you can actually pre-order it right now. So definitely, if you are a JRPG fan, you need to be getting this game. This is an amazing game. I can't say enough how good this game actually is. So hop to it. Next up is None Shall Intrude. This is one of those card battler type of games, and you see I do it kind of a lot on the channel. And what they basically do is they allow you to build up cards, build up teams and stuff like that. But it's more turn based on top of that as well, with the roguelike and everything else like that. So that's the extra incentive on top of that. A lot of people like this type of genre, so again, something to put out for you. It's literally supposed to be out today. I'm doing this on, I do HypeWatch on Friday, and it's the 27th right now, so it's gonna be out sometime today. So by the time you actually see this video, it's gonna already be out. So hop into it. Next up is Morkborg. Again, another type of roguelike. Let's speed this up a little bit so you guys can see. Um, me typically, I like the roguelike type of genre because usually all the games are not that expensive, but they give you a ton of gameplay, and I don't even know how they do that. They usually, the game be like what, between $5 to $20. They don't have a price here, but it's gonna be between $5 to $20, and it gives you literally like a month of content, basically, for the $5 to $20. It's usually like in the roguelike action genre, these types of games, this is where you get the most bang for your buck in the entire gaming community off of this right now. So just pay attention to that. Next up is Witchfire. This is a shooter roguelike type of game, and it just looks amazing. It straight up looks amazing. I actually think that I have a key for this somewhere in the email now that I'm thinking about it. But as you can see, it's only $35, which again, not that expensive. They say release date to 2030. I definitely have a key for this. Now that I think about it, it probably just got put on the back burner. I have to check my email and my game list, but definitely something that you want to hop into. There's another one that's going to be pretty fun. There's going to be a lot of stuff like that We're completely variety out here. So next up is Drive a Rally. I keep saying Tokyo. Just to let you guys know, this year's Tokyo Game Show has been lit. Just lit for gamers. It's like everybody decided that they're gonna put something cool out at Tokyo Game Show, and that's a Japanese show, but it just don't matter. Like everybody just came with the fire this year out of nowhere, like at Tokyo Game Show. I'm like, dude, but this is what we doing now, which is good. Like, there's no hate on anything. I like it when they do the same thing with the German Game Fest show. Like, people just show up for that too. So like, but it was never really like that with Tokyo Game Show. Tokyo Game Show was literally just completely Japanese, basically, for the most part. But now that's not the case anymore. Now stuff is just coming with the fire now. Like, Tokyo Game Show, everybody drop something now. That's amazing. Like, I'm actually proud of the world on that. We see a lot of uncalled for racism and everything else out there going on, like the WNBA and the stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of uncalled for racism. People should just let everybody just have fun doing stuff. That's all. Like, people, let gamers be gamers out there, and it's more so in gaming, which is why I'm proud of gaming. It's starting to normalize where we can just all come together and game, which is why I always put emphasis. I don't let people disrespect other places, like especially like with China, because that happens a lot with China right now. Just a little quick pause before we move on. People, I want to play Chinese games, I want to play Japanese games. Like 95% of the games come from China or Japan in the world. Like, so when you say stuff like that, Nintendo is a Japanese company. Majority of the mobile games that we play are Korean. Like you really are ignorant sounding if you say you don't want to play like Chinese or Japanese games, because you've been playing them the whole time, homie. So Drive is another one that's like, it's a, like, I like drifting. I grew up playing a lot. I used to import them. Who remembers, like, like bootlegging and importing? Don't be sad. You ain't gonna get, like, nobody gonna come arrest you. Just be real. It happened. Especially with Dreamcast. Dreamcast was like literally the easiest bootleg system of all time, which is probably why we don't have it anymore. But the same thing like with PlayStation. Like, I used to go to Chinatown. Like, I'm be straight up with you. Used to go to Chinatown under the Brooklyn Bridge in Manhattan. There was a spot, and it was like you would not know it unless you actually spoke Chinese, which I could actually speak it and read it. And I remember I went there with a friend, and I didn't even know what this spot was. A quick little story before we move on. I didn't know what this spot was, and I literally saw games for cheap. So I thought it was something like a Funko Land or something like that. But then I'm looking at the games, I was like, it was like $5 and $10 games, not kidding. And that's when games was costing between $50 to $60. So I was like, why is these games? And then it clicked in my head. I was like, oh, these are bootleg games. And the guy just was like shocked. He was like, and I remember he literally said, but you're black, man. I was like, and I said something back to him, and his eyebrows got so big. He's like, "Are you cop?" I'm like, "No." like no. And ironically, I ended up being an officer 2 years after that. But I was like, "No, I'm like, you're safe. I'm not gonna do anything to you." What games you got? He had everything. I remember I ended up buying 30 games, for like $100. Basically, like, he gave me like a discount, and it was like, tell your friends and everything, like, come back. And I used to come there every Friday. Basically, I would take the A train and get off at Brooklyn Bridge, and then walk over under the Brooklyn Bridge on for those of you who are from Manhattan, and then go there, and then it would be like the hangout spot, because they had the arcade upstairs in Chinatown Fair. And then I would go and play in the arcade with all the people out there. Like, they would have tournaments and everything else like that. It's some of my fondest gaming memories. It's like there was a whole gaming subset there in Chinatown, and everybody knew about that. in New York, and we would just all come there. It would be packed, like so many people, until Giuliani messed it up. But anyway, moving along. My time at Evershine, it if you guys were always wanted a more action kind of, just a cozy game is considered an action cozy game, but you see it's like story rich and everything else like that. But all these games that are coming out that are trying to take on the Animal Crossing. This is like a more action oriented Animal Crossing with RPG, like Legend of Zelda type of stuff. This might actually end up being a banger. This might end up being a bigger banger out of all of this up here and break records. I have a strange feeling that this is going to be one of those games that just come out of nowhere and all of a sudden they're selling 1 million copies. And it probably cost $100 to make. Nah, this costs more than that to make, but you know what I mean. Next up is Aura of Worlds. Again, we back in the Metroidvania type of thing. They actually call this Roguevania, but no, again, this one to put out there might be a cool game for you to mess with. This next one, I don't know where this came from, but ArcheAge Chronicles came back looking like it's Black Desert. Hopefully they do right by ArcheAge and not mess it up. It's still Echo XL Games, but hopefully Cal don't let them screw it up. This game is gonna be amazing though. The multiplayer, and it's like playing like a Souls game, but it's a multiplayer Souls game. Like, it looks lit. It just looks lit. I'm actually proud of them that they even tried to make a game like this. I wanted to succeed, but the only way that it will succeed is they don't let the monetization get in the way with it. It has to just let people play. If you want to have subs, just make a sub. Like, if, in my opinion, if you want to have a subscription type of game, make it $10. That's it. Leave it $10. That's it. You will get so many people that to cough up that $10 and then put skins in the game and stuff like that. If people want to buy skins, and just leave it alone. Just introduce a lot of cosmetic and skins and things that are cool. Quality of life things, because quality of life is just pay to be lazy at the end of the day. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with pay to win type of stuff that are unfair that people can't get. If you do that, you will have good monetization and people will actually spend on that. And if there's gonna be people who are like, well, you can't get skins without pay. Yo, pay the money, yo. Like, you don't want pay to win, but you don't want to pay for skins either. Nah, be quiet. I hate that. I really hate that. There's a lot of entitled people in the gaming community. Just saying. Midwest Games. So this is interesting. Why is this loud? Go ahead. This is gonna be another one that's gonna be pretty lit. Another card based, rock it out. It's up to you if you want to hop into this. But I think that Dark Sky is gonna be a pretty cool game out there. Be another one that people just play. It's gonna be a good stream game. Was what I'm trying to say. I might actually come back to streaming. I'm retired right now. But Twitch is really trying to, like, yo, you I actually had a Twitch manager contact me. He was like, you used to do this, because they remember what I did with Epic 7. Like I did, y'all don't know this, but I was probably the OG Gacha. I am the OG Gacha big streamer, and I just let it go because I just didn't want to do it anymore, because that's a lot of energy that you need to expend on this. But they remembered all that, and then he's like showing me numbers and everything else. Bro, I was there. I know I did it. Like, it's still in my if you look at my Discord, I still have it pinned about what happened with the whole Epic 7 on Friday night and stuff like that. And Twitch was like right there with me. Like, we had 10,000 people watching Epic 7. And it was like the first time that a Gacha game ever did something like that ever. Basically, it was magical. And they want me to do stuff like that again. I was like, I don't really have a game to do something like that with right now. And to be honest with you, I wanted to do it with Wuthering Waves, but Wuthering Waves doesn't work with me. I know why. It's because they have creators who said something. That's 100% the reason why. They don't want to, they just don't want to work with me. I get exactly what happened. They're not gonna tell me who said it because they know there's gonna be repercussions for that. But I know why. Everybody always asks me why I don't work with Kuro and why I don't do anything. It's like because I don't like the fact that they actually pick sides. Like, you're not supposed to do that as a company. You're supposed to, everybody just do what they gotta do, but they pick the side, so you stay on that side then. That's all I can really say about that. So I'm sorry. I get people all the time. I'm not kidding you guys. Like every week, yo, can you cover Wool? Like, they were like, are you gonna cover PGR? And I'm like, no, Kuro don't work with me, basically. And it's for two different reasons. On PGR side, I actually ask them to do certain things that actually help PGR out. They won't do it. They don't got the budget. That's the exact wording. On the Water and Wave side, I literally know who the person is to talk to about things, and it's weird. They want me to do stuff with PGR and help them, but don't want to do the things that they need to be helped. And then Woo, they don't want to help me at all. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Y'all go ahead. I'd rather go chill with Hoyo. Hoyo literally talks to me directly. It says, hey, could you want to do this? And supports the channel and throws me up on the platform because they see that I'm a positive and I creator and actually play the game. Why would I work with a company that don't want to do that for me? That's your answer as far as the Water and Waves fans. Why I don't do it is literally because Kuro don't work with me. So it's unfortunate. Talk to them about it. Hired Heroes Medieval Warfare. This one is a hidden gem. If you didn't guys, it's actually out right now. You see, it has a lot of downloads right now. This recently came out, like I believe in the last month, and actually probably like around August 29th because that's his last update. That's actually a while. It's probably a hidden gem in my opinion. So if you're looking for something to actually play in the weekend, free to play and mess around with, here you go. Ended up paying match like the match 3s are a hit and miss. Sometimes they're cool, sometimes they're not. But again, this recently came out, getting some waves, so I figured to actually mention it. I'm not going to go into it because I kind of limited idle. I limit idle and I limit to how many times I do match 3 because both of those just come out every week so much. Speaking of idle Cat Tycoon, Cat Hotel. I don't know why, dog. Don't know why. But it's a newer game that came out. I believe it came out 3 months ago, actually. But I did get the email for it. I don't want to be a jerk and not mention it, so here we are. Next up is a Bounty of One Premium. Now this is a paid game. This is a survival shooter based game. So if you're into those survival games and you want to throw out $5 and rock out, I will say, not to disrespect them, there's literally like 10 games like this on the platform right now that's free to play. So I don't really see anything right now that's different outside of that. Maybe a better sound or VA or something like that. Personally, I don't know. They're probably going to want to. Yeah, it's weird to say this, but they're probably going to want to discount that price. But it has all the good reviews and people actually talking about it. Like they were legit reviews saying it's pretty good. So we're putting it up there. Apparently, Avalar was not out completely global when I had mentioned it about a month or two ago, but it is now. So I'll just mention it. We already covered it on the channel. I'm not going to go too much more crazy into that, but it actually wasn't bad combat wise. So, it's completely global now. So, rock it. So this is something that you'll probably see over the weekend. I got an email for this, and this was weird. Apparently they have like a restart going on with it, and that they're trying to encourage people to come back and all that type of stuff, and they got better resources for the game and stuff like that. I'm gonna try it and see if it makes me start over. It makes me start over, I ain't doing it. I'm just letting y'all guys know right now, because I actually played pretty hard into this game and actually topped up in this game. So you see like the scheduled release up there in the top right on tap says it. I saw it earlier in the week and I was like, bro, I ain't starting over, but I got an email for it yesterday, so I was like, you know what, I'll mess around with it. Since they actually said something to me, and it's not anything like sponsor or anything else like that. I would mention it because again, I don't like to be a jerk to companies. Like if they mention something, I'll come through. Codename Crime. This is literally as funny as this is gonna be. This is Grand Theft Auto Mobile, and they actually did a good job of it. It's kind of janky though, which is probably why they got a 5.1. It works kind of janky, but I did want to actually talk because they've been really, really trying. And it's level infinite too. Um, they've been really, really trying to make these games. I might hop back in over the weekend, might, but we'll see. They've been trying to make a Grand Theft Auto mobile game for a minute, not just them, like a lot of people, because they see how much money that makes. So, kind of like it is what it is. Next up, we have CrossCore. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is that this is the TW version. For those of you who could not play this game before, you can play it now on the TW version. And CrossCore is an amazing game. It might actually have some legs on it if it comes global, because it's completely an ecchi mecha girl waifu simulator type of game. And it's a good one. It's not like a trash one. Like, the gameplay is actually really good. So I'm hoping that eventually they'll just stop messing around and bring it global. Speaking of which, it's not on here. Persona 5X is probably going to go global very soon. I can't say anything else on that, but probably very soon. Next up is Hell Is Us. Now, this came out as award show, I believe, during the PlayStation event, and I'm looking forward to this because this game looks essentially like it's going to be another Souls-like, a creepy Souls-like. 2025 that's going to be up right now. I'm probably going to get a key closer to when it comes to launch. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Probably going to be lit. So hop in. Let me know what you think when the time comes. We'll probably have this again on HypeWatch just to remind you. But it looks like it's going to be pretty lit. Next up, G.I. Joe, bro. Do I have to, yo? Do I have to, yo? G.I. Joe, yo. G.I. Joe come back, and it's only like $23. I don't even have a key for this. I don't care. I'm buying it. G.I. Joe, yo. This all, look at Snake Eyes, dog. Yo, he's doing the Ninja Turtle dive kick. Do it again. That gung ho throwing grenades out his butt. Look at Ninja Turtle dive kick from the ninja, and there goes Scarlet. Baroness. Damn, Baroness throwing hands. Storm Shadow. Destro. Bro, this game looks like it's gonna be amazingly fun. Hop in there. Next up, Fire Force is coming to Eminence in the Shadow. I actually have a lot of currency for this. I got 6 more days to build more currency. Your boy got like 30K. You already know everybody gonna try to summon on her, but I do want to get Shinra. It's pretty lit. She gonna fall right into the boobs. Right, there you go. I'm surprised that they ain't mad about that. Anyway, gonna rock out. I'm definitely gonna try to get somebody. Hopefully I get somebody. Like, all of the Fire Force characters are probably gonna be amazing. She actually did something good. They're not new, so they're just gonna repeat that banner. But this is probably gonna be amazing. They're probably gonna have the sound too. Actually, he just did it. Yeah, that's a repeat character. I actually have that character too when it's both of them tag teaming. And then they're just gonna have Shadow chilling. They're probably bringing back the Shadow Fest for him, which everybody wants because he's so busting in the game. That's his special. Yeah, the Shadow Fest. All right. Next up is a new King of Fighters game. Now, you guys remember the King of Fighters had a lot of Neo Geo type of games, and this looks like it's just going to be a collection of that. They're just not saying it, but that's what it looks like. You're going to be able to fight and do all the, like, actually they are saying it right here. Dot battle. Yeah, it's probably just going to be a collection of all those games, but they want to put it up because it's going to be mobile. So, there it is. Second to last is Star Rail is actually getting another game, dog. It's going to be turn-based. is CRPG gonna be like Final Fantasy Star Rail? I mean, if any company can do it, Hoyo don't care. They're just gonna throw stuff out, and hopefully, I get some early look at it. I'll be super happy at that. Again, like I said, Hoyo is a very nice and accommodating towards us on the channel. So, hopefully, we'll see some of this soon. And the last, but certainly not least, is a game that is available literally right now if you early access it. However, this is a free-to-play game, so you do not have to actually do this. You can wait until the free-to-play servers launch on October 1st. Now, the reason why you're looking at this game and the reason why it's the hype of the week is because this game is amazingly fun. It's not the best game in the world. I'm not even going to be not out here capping. Not out here capping. And arguably other stuff could have been the hype of the week. But the reason why I'm doing it with this one is that it's fun and it handles all those players extremely well. The reason why it's not the greatest is because it has a lot of technical issues right now. There's a lot of stuff going on with the DLC that people are not happy with, and in fact, you'll see that it has mixed reviews right now because people are saying it's cool, but at the same time, they're like, "Where my DLC at? What's going on?" They had a lot of trouble, dog. So I gotta be real with y'all off the bat. So in my opinion, just wait until the free to play. They hopefully they'll have all of that stuff ironed out. Like, everybody who's early accessing right now is essentially beta testers. I've been watching people stream it and seeing what they're doing with it. And me personally, I'm just going, like, I didn't even bother trying to go into early access. I was going to until I saw all those issues, and I was like, okay, I'm just not even going to be bothered. The cool thing about it is that this game feels very skill based, and it seems like you have a lot of fun with it. It's an MMO, and we don't have many MMOs that come out like that or in this scale. So definitely want to put it out there for you guys, and it's probably going to be lit. Probably going to be lit for all of us out there right now. For everything that I've seen right now, it just looks like a whole lot of fun. So that's all I got for you guys this week. I know that was a lot. We had a little bit of story time in between because I didn't really have anything to say at the end anyway. So you got story time in between, and we can just get out of here at this point. It was a lot of games. End up saying this is essentially about 25 games, and there was I don't think even with the mobile games, there was anything that was really bad here. And there was a whole lot of banger. There's at least going to be like 5 to 10 games that are probably going to make a lot of money that I showed you guys this week. So hopefully you find something that you liked and you had a good week. We do also have right now new sponsorship on the channel. Before we go, Skyforge, we have a sponsor link in the description, so if you're looking for any types of PCs, you can use the link. I have a special link for Skyforge. Deeply appreciate it if you do actually do that, and you actually do buy anything through the link. They make really good PCs and affordable PCs, starting at 1,000 bases right now. Like, you literally can get something that will play this easily at 1,000. That's actually pretty crazy. If you want to go further and beyond than that, they start to have custom stuff, including some very cool looking custom stuff. So have at it. I will catch you guys next video. I'll probably speak on that more. I just want to I had to figure out something to do for that because they're now a sponsor of the channel. So I have to actually make something for that probably. So catch you guys next video. Peace. Happy weekend. Have a good Sunday. Love everybody who stops by, all the likes. We are doing really good with views and likes and subs, in variety, which I can't thank you enough because you guys don't have to rock with me in variety, but you are. And that means a whole lot to me because I'm not always doing mobile all the time, and people are clicking and watching everything. And I can't thank you enough for that because you didn't have to. Peace.